Hey, Tony Gaskins here, popping in. Now, I'm getting a lot of questions from y'all about this right here, and here's the thing. Now, I tell y'all all the time. I say it's some people I don't speak on because if they do certain stuff for a living. So I don't speak on shooters. So y'all ask me to speak on Lil Durk and India. It's like allegedly Lil Durk got bodies. I got a family. And you never know how people gonna take stuff, because I know I take a life by my name. So, but now Clarissa, she box. And she like to box men. So that's why I've been so hesitant to speak on this. But, and I really don't understand what y'all, what y'all picking up from it. But as we do on this channel is relate the images and the examples that we see out here in the real world out here in the media to everyday life. Because it's really like the celebrities, they still humans. And so they doing the same things in their relationships that we doing in our relationships as non-celebrities. And I seen this here got posted, and that's what I say, okay.
Oh, I'm never gonna stop talking about my man. I just brought him his food in the back because he was upstairs. Ain't that y'all joke? Oh, he's upstairs. Just brought him his food. And y'all talking shit, but guess what? Ain't nobody gonna ever make me stop talking about my man. That's what y'all think y'all gonna do. You're not gonna do it. Whenever I feel like saying Papoose name, I'm gonna say his name. Clark in it. Yup. Take a picture, a video, I'm gonna do it. You ain't stopping nothing over here. What? Oh no, y'all man. Hold on. Come on, I missed the joke. I know exactly what y'all joke was trying to say. But the joke was once again a lie. Look at him, man. Oh, I'm never gonna Papoose. Papoose. Maybe on it, cause I be on that mug. Papoose. Yeah. Papoose. Papoose. Every time I say his name, we get more and more comments. You get the blind. Papoose. Give me 2,000. Papoose. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Y'all, Papoose. Be hitting this Papoose egg. So mad. That man is happy and in love. Yo, it's so bad. That's crazy. That is crazy.
Well, so listen. This is something you got to understand. And you got to apply this to your life. You got to apply this to your everyday life. And so now, for one, y'all say that he's still married to Remy Ma. And so that's one thing. But that's really neither here nor there, because when you're not devout Christians and you're not walking with the Lord closely, that doesn't matter. Like it don't matter to you. Like marriage is a religious concept and construct, because God doesn't want us in fornication. And as she say, Papoose be in that, what she called it, Papoose, new word. And so they in fornication. And if he married, he's in adultery. And she's sleeping with a married man. So that in itself is diabolical. That is absolutely asinine and absurd. But you always have to remember, you got to go back to your roots. So as we learn, our personality is formed by the age of 7. And if you notice, Clarissa she from Flint, Michigan. So she probably come from very little or nothing. And her life probably was like a fight. And that's probably why boxing wasn't foreign to her and why she could get in there and embrace the sport. And so her perspective on life gonna be different than an average everyday woman. And she was never wanted or desired or anything because she is like a Serena Williams, where they are outside of the beauty construct of America, that centerpiece what America tried to push on us. So men being programmed, men will overlook women who have thicker muscular arms, more athleticism, even being darker skinned, brown skin. Men will overlook them. And then if you don't have a certain type of hair or what have you, because of the programming, she could be as beautiful as she want to be, but because of the mental side of things, where what the media is doing, the television, the sitcoms, when you think of all the movies that we've watched, you can't think of a more than one, probably at the most, representation in a good way of a woman who looked like Clarissa Shields or even like a Serena Williams type. But it's certain looks that we'll see over and over and over and over. So it's different with like is it like Melinda Williams or something like that, or Regina King and stuff like that. Now we seen and then you seen how Pam on Martin, remember the TV show Martin? Pam was a darker skinned woman, beautiful, got a shape, but because she darker skinned, Gina light skinned. Gina was, oh, Gina, and then Pam, you old rat. Whoa, 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 whoa. And Martin would always just be badgering her. And so they doing it as just jokes and fun. But what you got to realize on the programming side, so this what you got to understand, and this what a lot of y'all be going through if you feel less attractive subconsciously. You really want you a man. And you really, and to have a man that's a celebrity, that's totally different. Now, although Papoose, in the alphabet may be seen as like a, D or E or F or G celebrity, because we have to take into account the Denzel Washington, A-list, Shaquille O'Neal. So it's unfortunate. And I mean, I might be a M or an N, MNOPQRS. So you get it like that. So here you got Papoose might be and a D-list celebrity. I might be doing them a favor. But yet still, to Clarissa, it's like a bigger celebrity name than she feel like probably she was. So you might feel on that level now because women's boxing is blowing up. But she also, like a lot of us who come from nothing, we have an inflated sense of self and we have an ego and we could be egotistical. And so she won't fight on Jake Paul card because she's an Olympian and champion, and she could go fight on Jake Paul card, get millions, but also build her brand even bigger because it's way more people who know Jake Paul who don't know her, because everybody don't watch women's boxing, but everybody know these YouTubers. So that's what the other sister, Alicia Baumgartner, just went and did. She went and fought on Jake Paul card. And now she done got a whole new fan base. But Clarissa, she big in her own right for boxing fans. If you're a boxing fan, then you know who she is. If you're not a boxing fan, you might see on the timeline, you're not going to have a clue, like the rest of us. You ain't on YouTube or you're not a black person, you ain't gonna know who I am. And so the thing what you have here is you have a woman who like a man more than the man like her. Now, from the male perspective, Clarissa Shields cannot really compare to Remy Ma. And it ain't that Remy Ma is so much, different or better. It's just Remy glowed up. She glowed up more than Clarissa Shields have glowed up. Clarissa looked like she got some new teeth, but they didn't do them as good. And Remy Ma looks like she got some teeth. Hers is not done the best either, but she done glowed up and she cleans up better. And this is what I be trying to tell y'all, for those of y'all who from like South Carolina and even Florida. I'm gonna throw us in there. New York, Alabama, Mississippi. It's certain everywhere where we from, we dress like where we from. Now, the black side of New York, yeah, you can tell a New Yorker. But like now, the white side of New York, the way they dress is more so like it's what you call it, global. Like they clothes could go anywhere. You can't, you know how some outfits you could look at and you be like, ooh, all right, all right, okay. That's how Clarissa dressed. And so being that she dressed like that, you could really see that Flint, Michigan on her. And in the way how we dress when we come from the hood, we come from nothing. It's like we think it look good because it be flashy. It might be feathery or furry or glitzy or glammy, but to the world outside of where we come from, the outfit be terrible. Now, she done did a little better, but it just still is not there. And then, ironically, I don't know if Remy Ma got her body done, but Clarissa's body is not on the level that Remy Ma body is. And so for Papoose, Clarissa is a downgrade in the looks department. And she like him more than he like her. And he's not like what women are flocking to or, tripping and falling over either. But this where you got when you compare this to your regular life, what I mean by this is you have to make sure that you don't pedestalize a man and that you don't use a man for a prop or a crutch and for clout or for a look or for an image, because it'll make you too invested. Now, for Papoose, this is a thing to where it's strategic, because where do you go from Remy Ma? Because there's no other celebrities other than a celebrity like Clarissa Shields that's gonna want him. It's not, he would have to date a woman off the street, like just a regular, the work at McDonald's. He wouldn't be able to get a corporate America woman who is beautiful and attractive, like a Google executive or a BET executive. He wouldn't be able to do that because he's still localized. He still dresses like, I guess he from New York, like a New Yorker. Like his clothes still is very regional. It's very local. So, and he always got that hat on, and he wear big brim hats. He don't even wear the dad hat. He wear the hat, it's blocking all the sun. The sun can't get nowhere near nothing. And so that's right, they're gonna block you in. It ain't gonna be a lot of women that's wanna walk around with you with that on, with that kind of hat on, with that, with them outfits on, with all them colors, all them designs, all that right there. It's not men and women gonna take you out the house like that. They're gonna be trying to put you in something a little more standard, a little more simple, little played down. And so, ironically now, Clarissa and Papoose is more looks compatible than Remy Ma and Papoose. And I believe that's why they say Remy Ma cheated. They say Remy Ma cheated on Papoose with a battle rapper or something like that, and that's why they broke up. Now I don't know, but that makes sense because they not Papoose and Remy Ma not on the same level. They not looks compatible, and how he got her, and it ain't like she, like you tripping and falling or nothing like that. Like, oh, most beautiful woman you'd ever seen, but she's still an attractive woman, but she out of his league based on how she glowed up. Papoose did not glow up. And what I mean by this with the glow up is like Jay-Z don't dress the way he dressed before Beyonce. He elevated his dressing style. Jay-Z used to dress like this, the New York version of it. The jacket, the jersey, the chain, the big old chains, the this and that. Now he has elevated luxury. He got understated luxury. It costs a lot of money. Might have on a $1,000 white t-shirt, crispy, the little pleat down the arm. Might have on a trench coat that costs $5,000-$10,000, but no logos on it. And so Jay-Z elevated. If he still was dressing how he dressing way from Bed-Stuy, if he still was dressing like that, Beyonce might have tipped out on him and had to do an album called Fruit Punch instead of Lemonade. But that's what I mean. Papoose never elevated. He never changed. He have stayed the same. And as we grow as men, we supposed to evolve. We supposed to go from the street wear, the hood wear, all of that, to where we start to kind of clean up a little bit. Might get you some slacks. Get you a little boom, 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 boom. You go to different stores. You stop shopping in Urban City Magic store, City Trends, Hot Topics, Hot Tropics, Maligios, or whatever, the little Middle Easterners who had them stores with all the Jabos and red Robin jeans and all that different stuff, purple brand. You elevate from that, and now you go, boom, you going to Neiman Marcus. You getting you some Tom Ford. You getting some Ted Baker. You getting some Reese. You getting some what's the man? You see what I'm saying? You go to boom. You might get your little Casablanca. It still got a little, edge to it, but you elevate, and that's what Papoose didn't do. So that's why Remy Ma outgrew him. She kept on going, like she trying to level up, and he trying to stay the same. And it's not intriguing to her. And she's not a, devout Christian or nothing like that, to where, okay, she married to the Lord too. So it's like when you operating in your flesh and you in a secular industry and you do secular music and you being influenced by that type of lifestyle, oh, you're going to step out. You're going to step out of who you with, not turning you on no more. That's a different thing. It's not a Christian conversation at that point, like a lot of us are over here. Now we got us some atheists over here too, and we got us some Jezebels over here trying to get an earful. God bless you. Stay in your seat. Keep your head up. Keep going. We got all type of walks of people over here. But the issue with Clarissa Shields and Papoose is that she promote him more than he promote her. And that's what you can never do as a woman. As a woman, you have to give what a man give you. When your man posts a picture of you, that's when you post a picture of your man. When your man say your name, that's when you say his name. Your man, when you on the red carpet, your man should be asking you for a kiss, not you having to ask him for a kiss. And Clarissa was in that picture, and he behind her, and she like, give me a kiss. She said, give me a kiss. And Papoose back there. smiling at the camera. He heard her say, give me a kiss. But that's the thing. It's like for men, public display of affection, it only comes from a couple of areas. One area is when that woman is being used and she's a prop. And the other area is when you truly in love with her. Papoose is nowhere near in love with Claressa Shields because it's impossible. A man can't. We're not built like that. Like 60 to 90% of men never allow themselves to fall in love, period, ever in life. Ever in life. And so I don't think Papoose will ever be in love with Claressa Shields because he, in his adult grown years, gave so much of his heart and himself to Remy Ma, and to be hurt the way he was hurt, and disrespected the way he was disrespected, and talked to the way Remy Ma talked to him and talk about him, he will never bounce back from that. Y'all, that is why the red pill community and the MGTOW, men going their own way, that's what birthed those communities. That the Remy Ma and Papoose saga. That is the type of stuff that men go through, and they never bounce back from it. They never heal from it. Papoose is actually doing well with it. He's doing well with it. Now, it's kind of like this. The type of man that he is, and you have them type of men out here, but they very hard to put your finger on. What I mean is they hard to read, because the man like Papoose, he is a killer, but he more like a silent assassin. That's the thing. Like Clarissa, she loud. She always bumping the gums, always talking. Papoose, if he was a boxer, he more like a Manny Pacquiao. Will knock you out, but was cool with you before that. Like even my homeboy, Andre Berto, never taught jump, but if he catch you, the head coming off your shoulder, but just real all the way a man. And that's how Papoose is. And I like the brother's spirit, and so I feel like he liked Clarissa, and I feel like it's for him, it's more so he's a rap fan because he's a rapper, and that's what drew him to Remy Ma, and he's a boxing fan, and that's what drew him to Clarissa. And I bet him and Clarissa probably most likely connected over boxing, and then just started talking, and she seen, oh, he a celebrity and he talking to me, or she could have liked one of his posts or something like that. But I bet the initial thing was them connecting over boxing. I really doubt it was like, dang, Ma, you fine. Ooh, you bad. I bet it was like he wrote her or seen her and was like, hey, got them hands now. Hey, I love that. Keep doing what you're doing. Like, love what you're doing. I feel like they connected over boxing, and then it just grew from there. And then Clarissa now, she had a man. And I feel like, if I'm not mistaken, yep, I knew it. He looked a mess. And when I say looked a mess, I don't mean like an ugly guy, but he just was super regular. And again, he was localized as well. He was a local guy, meaning like dress local, act local. But you got to remember, Clarissa is a fighter. So Clarissa a fighter. Not Clarissa, ex-fiance. Oh, okay, ex-fiance Tony Rich entering the chat too. Why you gotta have my name? My goodness. Talking about when I hit Remy Ma, don't y'all be on my, put some peanuts in there. Boy, you could hit Remy Ma with a 10-foot pole. Clarissa's outfit looked actually better right there. Let me show y'all what I'm looking at on here. And so, y'all get me in trouble because, I got to speak on this stuff. And this person, not Clarissa's ex-fiance, Tony Rich, entering the chat too. Everybody just needs to log out and try again tomorrow. They were engaged at the beginning of the year, but clearly not anymore. I'm over here screaming. It's not even the afternoon here yet. And so this the thing. So Buddy came on here, and this her ex, and y'all see how he look. You see this shirt right there? You've never seen anybody else wear this shirt. This is the only shirt that was sold. He's the only one who bought this shirt. And that's what I mean about dressing local. That's what I'm trying to help y'all understand. Had this man just had this same material shirt and just all white or all black, he could go anywhere in the world and it would be women who would actually think he's attractive. They would like him. They would think he's attractive. Instead of doing red shoes, which is probably Louboutin, could have just did a solid, a black shoe. And it's better to be understated. Now, ironically, Clarissa looked like she was in better shape. Her face actually looked better. This is the hairstyle for her. This the hairstyle. She actually looked like she was doing the best she was ever doing. Like, she don't look like this right now. So it's like this stress and drama, I think it's affecting her. To be honest with you, she's a tough woman, but on the video that I seen where she's sitting and she talking, I feel like she having a lot of cortisol release because she had 2 roles. Now, I know y'all ladies say, Tony, that's normal for women to have roles when they sit down. Yes, that is normal, but not when you're a world champion boxer. Go, look at some of the other boxers out here, women boxers. They don't have that. But I believe that come from cortisol. There's too much stress, staying up too late, reading every comment, reading every mention, going on live, arguing with people, going back and forth with people, ghost following people, checking people's page. If a man, and remember, we using them as, the moniker, the muse, the example, but you got to relate this to your life. This ain't a celebrity gossip channel. This is where we use these examples to learn and to grow. So don't just be in the comments commenting on Clarissa and Papoose. Comment on you. Look at how you pedestalize your ex and how he gave you his butt to kiss eventually. That's what I mean. Look at how you, my man, and then, but he's not my woman. And so you have to understand that. Y'all be out here clock it, and the man be like bolted, and then y'all be out, oh, I can't believe he did me like that. I can't believe he did me like that. What you thought he was gonna do? What you thought he was finna do? It's like you put him on a pedestal. See, what you have to do as a woman, you only reciprocate. You don't initiate. Women cannot initiate. You have to reciprocate. So what Clarissa doing is she going out and she is promoting Papoose the way Don King promote Mike Tyson. She promoting Papoose the way Eddie Hearn was promoting Anthony Joshua. She's like his promoter. And he's married. He ain't had no divorce yet. So it's like she should be quietly dating him the way Alicia Keys did Swiss Beats. When Swiss Beats was moving on from his wife, Mashonda. That's how she should be moving. Elegant, classy, quiet. Because the thing about it is, too, when y'all get out here and y'all start dating a married man, you sending a message to that man. You telling that man that you don't respect yourself. You telling that man that you are desperate. You telling that man that you pedestalize him, that you look up to him, that you worship him. And it don't matter now. It's and this is what I'm talking about in everyday life now. It's different with Clarissa and Papoose because Papoose is a rapper. So what that mean is talk game is supreme. Talk game is on a whole nother level. His talk game is not like the married men y'all dating. His talk game is on another level, and you could tell Clarissa is not there. You could tell anything he say, she like the Google idol. He could put in one of these. She don't understand half of what he say. When he spin game and telling her how he love her and why he love her and why he respect her and about this situation, he be sound like Nas on a classic beat. And Flint, Michigan, and no disrespect to Flint, Michigan, for those y'all don't hear from Tony, I'm from Flint. All right. God bless you. We praying for you. We trying to help y'all keep y'all head up. Flint, Michigan, she be like, what he said? And so she gone. Her head is gone. I don't know if she in love. I think that she's in lust and that she loves him. I don't think she in love because it's too fast to fall in love. And a lot of people will say they're in love because they don't know what love is. See, the deeper love is like a river. The deeper it gets, the quieter it gets. See, when you could hear all the crashing of the waves, that's because it's at the top. When it's surface level, it's loud. The deeper it gets, the quieter it gets. That's why you don't hear Cherie Gaskins. That's why you don't, because it's real love. I'm in love. She's in love. She's at rest. She's at peace. Although she have, tens of thousands of followers online, she still is quiet because she is focused on her femininity and her grind and what she got going on, and she could rest. And so she's at peace. Like my song on iTunes, You Can Rest. Y'all go get that go stream that on iTunes, You Can Rest. Get my album, Love's Essence. And Papoose, let's do us a feature. Get you on there. And this ain't when I be talking about all these different celebrity topics, it ain't no bad blood. I have a job to do. Just like Stephen A. Smith got to speak on all the athletes, even though they number in his phone, I got a job to do. So that's why I can't draw alliances and lines. If anybody could get it. If you in the public eye, we got to draw a lesson from you. And the lesson that I want y'all to get from Clarissa and Papoose is, one, never date somebody or deal with somebody who is still legally married, ever. I don't care how distant they are, how far apart they are, how long they've been separated. If they legally married, do not enter into that, because you're bringing confusion and possibly damnation onto your life. So I don't necessarily, Clarissa could lose her next fight if her head not in the game. I don't think she would lose a fight off of skill or power or nothing like that, because she kind of more like a one-of-one in women's boxing. It's kind of, it's not going to be a lot of boxers that's on her level. It's not, maybe in the art of boxing, but when you put it all together, the sweet science and the power, it's something to give a run for her money. But if she all the way locked in and she all the way there, just over time she'll edge him out. So if she lose this next fight, we gonna know for sure it's that cortisol and this relationship stress. Unless the lady she fighting just a tomato can and she just could kick her down the road. But that's what you got to realize and understand. And see, this is what Papoose love. He love boxing. And so to be the king when the queen is in the ring and he the king, now he like Don King. And so what's going to happen now, and you could tell how Clarissa is. The way Clarissa is, she like a color purple love. Like her love run deep. Like she'll slit somebody's throat for you. Like she'll ride or die if you riding with her now. Because she left her ex. I don't know if he cheated on her or if he beat on her or if he was cussed out or did something crazy. And he wasn't a big enough name to be secure enough to be with Clarissa. She tried to love him. She tried to give him a chance. But I don't think he had the confidence to be with her. And so that's also a lesson. If you earn $250,000 as a woman on your job, $100,000, $150,000, we ain't talking about Clarissa because she could earn millions. But if you earning good money, you can't go get with a man who earn half of what you earn unless his confidence is on the level like he earned what you earn or more than what you earn. And most men not going to be able to do that. Most men are not going to be able to be confident because like Lil Wayne said, a man's net worth is his self-worth. And unfortunately, that's the way 90 to 99% of men view ourselves. We only feel as valuable as our bank account is, or as our portfolio or our assets are. And that's unfortunate, but it's a real thing. Women are different. A woman might not have a pot to pee in or a window to throw it out of, and she could be on the top of the world if she have a man who is a provider. She will not equate her net worth to her self-worth if she have a man who is a provider man. Now, if she have to provide for herself, she is going to go into a sort of depression. So what y'all got to realize with this right here, so Clarissa was on a higher level than her ex. Papoose was on a lower level than his ex. So now when they come in, Papoose on a higher level and Clarissa on a lower level. Clarissa ex ain't gonna say too much because if Papoose want to, he could get you touched and you never know he sent the hit. And you just can assume, but you're not gonna be able to trace it. And the reason why he's that type of guy, because he's quiet. He's actually a quiet guy and an introvert. But because of his talent, it seems like he can be an ambivert. And so he's the type of guy to where he studies and he's silent and he's a silent assassin. He's a silent studier. He peeped the scene and he see everything and he know what's going on. And he is those type of men. They good for a woman to be with, but it's bad because you not gonna know what he really thinking and what he really feeling until he let you in that far and he show you and tell you. And so he's the type to where he dangerous. And it could be dangerous in a good way or dangerous in a bad way. It's like a Denzel Washington character in a movie. You go watch is it Equalizer? Go watch Equalizer 1, 2, and 3. That's how Papoose is. Not I ain't talking about all the technicality and all the doing all of that, but of just you don't know. It depends on what side he gonna pick. And so when you meet a man, you got to have your safeguards and you got to have your parameters in place. So one of the things is don't date a man who married. Another thing is don't sleep with a man that's not your husband. Another thing is don't promote your man more than he promotes you. Another thing is don't do more for your man than he do for you. So you got to realize and understand that. Because now sound like they say Papoose was with Remy Ma for Christmas because they got a kid together or kids together. And so he went over there to be with his kids. So Clarissa was in the mall at Louis Vuitton shopping for herself. And I think she said she spent 30-some thousand shopping for herself. That was retail therapy. If Papoose was with Remy Ma, Clarissa was hurting. When I tell you that hair probably was sticking up like Albert Einstein, like she had stuck a fork in a socket. She probably ain't sleep a wink. She probably was texting nonstop. Papoose had to put that phone on do not disturb. And I'm gonna tell you like this right here. If Remy Ma want Papoose, she could have him. That's one thing y'all women have to understand. If a man give his heart to a woman, another woman is not gonna get it. Clarissa talking about he happy and in love. That man is not in love. News flash, CNN, ABC, Fox News, NBC, LMNOP. That man is not in love at all, in the least. It take a man a minimum, and this a top tier, excellent, best of the best man, 2 years to fall in love. A average man, 5 years to fall in love. A below average man, he's never falling in love. Papoose is what I would consider average man because he's not a devout Christian. He's not a devout man of faith. So he believes in fornication and he believes in he's okay with being an adulterer and he's okay being a fornicator. So that's an average man. An above average man will have a elite, divine, supernatural, spiritual code of ethics. He will have a God that he surrenders to and he honors. So whether and even if it's Allah, the Quran emulates the Bible, the Holy Bible. So it still does not condone adultery or fornication. Now, some Muslims can have multiple wives, they say, but it don't condone fornication. I got Muslim clients and they'll tell me like their culture is not like big on dating. It's like, if we rock with each other, let's go. If we in, let's go. And that's how they are. Ironically, I forgot. I got to coach one of my Muslim clients today. That's in Dubai. And so, y'all forgive me, I was scheduling a call with my client. And that's how I learned more about Islam. I got Muslim clients. And so that right there, Papoose, it's going to be at least 5 years, but I don't think he's going to be able to fall in. That's if you completely unattached. That's if the man is completely unattached and stuff like that. That's when, okay, yeah, 5 years. But coming out of a public marriage, if a man come out of a public marriage or a marriage, falling in love, then gonna be stretched to 7 to 10 years. And I'm going to tell y'all something. When it comes to this stuff right here, I've never been wrong. If somebody say I'm wrong and be lying for the sake of argument, and then it'll come back to me later and be like, man, you was right. You were right. You ain't. It's men come up to me in the airport, in the mall, in whatever, be like, hey, bro, I seen your video. Boy, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. Hey, boy, you ain't never told a lie. Hey, man, listen, I don't be want to hear it all the time, but you ain't never told no lie. Because that's the thing. Men know men. That's how I've never met Papoose, and I could read him. That's how I could tell what type of guy he is. And that's the thing. It's just like that type of guy. If you wake up on the wrong side of the bed and he have a bad day, it'll be a long day for you. It could be people in their grave because of men like that. And the thing about it is, when you that type of man and you a move like that, you could see it even easier. And that's the thing that a lot of people don't understand. So with women, y'all got to understand that y'all discernment when it comes to men be terrible. It be terrible and it be off. It be off. That's why you have to find trusted voices. You got to find trusted voices. If your daddy going to be real with you, okay. Brother, uncle, okay. Like, you got to have trusted voices. So I'm going to give you the game. I'm going to give you the real and the raw now. I'm going to tell you like it is. And you ain't always going to like it. But the main thing that I want y'all, to do, that I want y'all to understand, is take and really understand that you cannot praise a boyfriend. And y'all remember my video? If you're an OG, you remember my video for a long time ago that I said, stop praising boyfriends. So many women be my man. Stop praising boyfriends. And people took it literal. And it was little smart aleck women in the comments. Oh, I'm gonna praise my man. I'm gonna tell him I love him. I'm gonna tell him he's amazing. I'm gonna tell him good job. That ain't what I'm talking about. What I mean is, stop promoting boyfriends. Stop showing off your man that's not your husband to the entire world. Because if a marriage ain't guaranteed, then you know anything less than a marriage is even less guaranteed. Because with a marriage, you got a covenant. You got a covenant with your spouse. You got a covenant and a contract with the state. And you got a covenant with God. So if people walking away from that, it's even easier to walk away when you don't have a covenant. So that's why y'all women have to be very careful and very slow to promote a boyfriend. You can't do it. You can't do it. Because he will embarrass you. Now, this is the thing. Because I'm doing this video, this is going to make Clarissa and Papoose, it's going to earn them an extra 1 to 2 years. And I'm going to help y'all understand that, because I know y'all probably like, well, Tony, what you think you is? Who you think you are? How you got to do that? Because this is the thing. We will stay in something that we know we don't want or that we know is not working to prove who we consider the haters, to prove the haters wrong. That's what we'll try to do. We will try to stay in something. And I'm going to be honest with you. Devon Franklin divorced Megan Good long before he divorced Megan Good. He was already divorced. He stayed because of the eyeballs, the optics. And then his friend, Torrey Roberts, probably was who advised him to get that divorce and told him it'll be okay. TD Jakes might have told him it'll be okay. Why? Because Torrey divorced his wife to go marry TD Jakes' daughter. So now he get to have a friend who is loved and respected, justify and clarify and verify what he did, divorcing his wife. So now it's like, oh, you in the divorcee club. That's why Keon Henderson felt okay divorcing his wife to get with Shani O'Neal. Unless my wife physically cheat on me, like she would have to sleep with another man for me to divorce her, because I have a covenant with God. I would only divorce my wife for biblical reasons. That's it. I'm not going to divorce her for nothing else, because it's okay, yeah, disrespecting me and stuff like that, but I'm a scrading that. You're not finna be disrespecting me. I'm going to tell her, hey, don't disrespect me no more. Better watch who you talking to now. I go ahead and get with somebody before they treat me like a dog. So I ain't got to divorce you for that, because that's not finna fly. And what men don't understand and what people don't understand is humans are submissive. If you speak your mind and you speak truth to power and you tell a person what you will and won't tolerate, and they could tell you gonna stand on that, they gonna acquiesce and they gonna give you the love that you deserve, the love that you command, the love that you expect. They gonna give you that love and respect. Y'all got to understand that. Y'all give 1 second, little commercial break. All right, we back. Got my little cold coffee. They call it cold brew, but you got to be careful saying cold brew, because y'all think I'm in here Michelob Light or something. What you call that, boy? Drinking a Budweiser in here. It's cold coffee. But y'all know I don't drink on camera. And so that's what you got to understand. So here's the thing. Now, I'll be honest with you. I give Clarissa and Papoose another. I get them another 3 years. I get them another 3 years max. They now, for the haters, they'll touch 5. They'll touch 5. If they stay out the limelight a little bit, they could go and lock in. They could actually lock in and build real love, but their relationship is built on the limelight. It's built on being out in the public. But like, you could be in the public. For example, all the other women boxers, we don't know who they dating. They got somebody. We don't know who he is or who she is. You see what I'm saying? So you could be in the public eye and not have everybody in your business. So they is in the public eye and they got everybody in their business. And that's what's gonna keep them, their relationship gonna last like another 3 years or less. But if they could shift a little bit and lock in, and the same thing goes for you. Don't take and put the whole neighborhood. Don't, when you and your person is dealing with each other, stop telling your mama everything. Stop telling your daddy everything. Stop telling your friends everything. Stop telling the internet everything. Stop writing dissertations and subliminals on Facebook. Don't bring the world into your relationship. A lady taught me a long time ago when I was working at the group home. Me and her was working together, and I had wrote my book, and she seen that, and she was kind of impressed a little bit because she was articulate and she was smart. And she was like, who is this young little country bumpkin that wrote a book? And it's on love and relationships. And she was older than me. And it was one of them type of situations where she was older than me, so I wasn't attracted to her, nothing like that, because she was much older than me. And she would try to be. It was one of them black women to where they done been through some things. They done struggled. They might have done been abused before, been done wrong. So had that hard, tough exterior. But when I got in and got closer to her and broke her down, I realized she actually was really nice. And she taught me. She said, "Tony, I tell my kids," which I think her kids was about my age, "treat your relationship like a house. And with your house, you don't let everybody in your house." And I took that right there and I expounded upon that. And I say, treat your relationship like a house. And with your house, you lock your doors so not everybody could get in. And you close your blinds so that not everybody could see in, unless you want sunshine. And you mow your grass so you could see the snakes. And you pay your dues, meaning do your part, so you don't lose your house. Treat your relationship like a house. Now, y'all screen record that and post that on your TikTok, because we need to get on out there. Just a little 30 seconds now. And see, this is the thing. And that's where Clarissa and Papoose going wrong. If you notice, I'm a public figure. I got 3.5 million followers online. So you see what I'm saying? So that's what you got to understand. I got 3.5 million followers online. And guess what? You know of my wife. But what don't you know? You don't know our business. So look, in totality, I got more followers online than Clarissa do. Cause you put her her YouTube 200,000 subscribers. And her Instagram 1.6 million, that's 1.8. And she probably got a Twitter and a TikTok. So that'll, probably get her, that might put her closer to the 2 million or a little over 2 million. And so, but guess what? So my following is bigger than hers by the numbers. And you know less about me and my wife than you know about her and Papoose, and they've been together for a snap of a finger, and I've been with my wife for 19 years, meaning our intimate business. So you know already, for one, that they dating and that he's still married, and he got kids with Remy Ma. That right there, you already know that, see that, realize that. And so that's what I mean. You can't take and have your relationship all out there to the public. And you can't give a man more than he giving you. And he could love you and care about you. Now, one thing I respect about Papoose in this situation is he's letting Clarissa be Clarissa. He's not suppressing her. But to be honest with you, it make him look good. Because she promoting him like Don King, like she Don King. So it's making him look like to the men and to the women, everybody looking at him like, boy, that man must got a pole on him. That man must be black of belly. That man must be laying wood D. That man in there clap it up, round of applause in there, because the way she talking, like, my goodness, what going on? But she just talking like that because that's how she is. And she combative, and she out the mud. So when you out the mud, you combative, you confrontational. Like, you don't back down from no fight. No, you want to fight, let's get out here in the street and throw these hands. So that's how she is. So she not finna let haters and critics and people like that silence her and tell her to shut up and make her do what she want to do. What they want her to do. She gonna do what she want to do. Cause that's how she built her, that she's a fighter. That's how she built her name. That's how she built her brand. And so that's what you got to realize and understand. And you got to look at it, you got to take the lessons. And when you sit on the outside looking in, you see like, man, if I did that, boy, I look crazy. Like if I did that, man, I'm sitting there and I'm looking crazy. Like I'm looking like, my goodness, like I'm doing all the praise and promotion, but he ain't praising and promoting me. Like he ain't out here, and I'm sure he have, but it don't get, and he done talked about it and stuff like that in a good way, but it don't get the pub and the circulation and the clicks and the views that it get when she praising and promoting him. And then guess what? Remy Ma, I don't see her on the blogs, every blue moon now. So guess what? She getting to look like the innocent party. So now everybody now, because Remy Ma not saying much. Now she's saying some stuff, but because she's not saying too much, and she not saying as much as Clarissa, more people hating on Clarissa than they is Remy Ma. Because silence is power. Silence wins you favor. See, when you open your mouth, you remove all doubt. A person could think you a fool, and you open your mouth and you remove all doubt. A person could think you wise, and you open your mouth and you change their mind. See, silence is power. So you got to learn how to move in silence in your relationship. And you got to learn how to build and cultivate your relationship and get a foundation on your relationship. And your relationship need to have strength, and it needs to have chemistry and connection, collaboration, communication, so that when you expose your relationship to the world, y'all can withstand the fiery darts that the enemy gonna throw at you. So, hey, understand that. All the important links in the description. Got the enrolling right now, the Solopreneur Mastermind. So if you want to build your business this year, I'm going to give you my 7-figure blueprint. So if you're trying to build a 4-figure, 5-figure, 6-figure, 7-figure, I'm going to show you how I run my business and my brand all alone with no staff and no team, and make you self-sufficient so you can tap into your gifts and your purpose. Live that out. The program doesn't start until April. Before April, we just having preliminary calls, just, base camp, just touching base. Hey, how you doing? But we're going to have to do that. And the reason why I'm doing April is because I'm allowing people time. People ask for time for their tax return to help them, join the program. So you'll see it, Solopreneur Mastermind on TonyGassacademy.com. Also, if you want access to all of the courses, all of the current courses, and all of the future courses, I believe it's $17.99 right now a month, to where you get 80 courses. You get immediate access. The life coach certification is in there. So if you want to become a life coach or learn how to do that, life coach, business consultant, whatever you want to do, doing what I do every day, then go and get the all access membership. If you don't want the all access membership for the monthly or the annual subscription, then you could just still click on the all access membership and then scroll through the courses. When you click on that course, you still could just buy that course. You could buy the course solo itself. You don't have to join the all access membership. But hey, this is Tony Gasson. God bless you. Keep your head up. Keep going. And we'll talk soon.